Students, God bless you. In today's lesson, we shall learn from the unit number 2 of Pakistan Studies for class 9, Making of Pakistan, and topic for today's lesson is General Elections 1945-46. Dear students, first of all, we shall look at the reasons why the need of the elections 1945-45 felt. We all know that there was a Shimla conference held in 1945 and it was failed, and then it was necessary to estimate the position of the political parties for the British people to know that which party can run the future of the subcontinent. In these circumstances, in order to discover the public trends, the British government announced the holding of general elections. It was decided that the central legislature elections will held in December 1945, whereas the provincial legislature elections would be held in the month of January 1946. We all know that on July 14th, 1945, the Shimla conference ended, and the reason of its failure was the Congress refused or denied to accept the claim of Muslim League that they are the sole representative of the Indian Muslims, and Quaid-e-Azam took a strong stand on this issue, and the conference was failed and nothing was achieved from this Shimla conference 1945, and it was finally ended in a failure. Dear students, here we have the map of South Asia before partition, and we can see the map is shown in colors, and we can see the blue color, which is representing the Indian National Congress. The most of the areas of the subcontinent were there was good influence of this political party, and the other rich color that we can see is the color of the princely states. So there were so many princely states that we know at the time of British rule, and the third biggest area that we can see in green, that is showing the areas where the Muslim League was liked, and the people of these areas were in the favor of the Muslim League. And there are some other political parties, Akali Dal and the independents. Then there are some other parties like the Europeans, but they are in very smaller number, and they are very small groups of the subcontinent. Here we see the election manifesto of the Indian National Congress, and the first point says, Congress demanded that South Asia will liberated as a single unit. They wanted to keep India as one country, and they also said no scheme of partition of the subcontinent will be accepted or acceptable. Number 3, Indian National Congress claimed itself the representatives of all the communities and sections living in the subcontinent, and the Muslims also agreed to the viewpoint of the Congress, and they were saying that the Muslims of the subcontinent are also agreeing to the viewpoint of the Indian National Congress, that the Muslims were not in favor of the division of India. Dear students, now we see the election manifesto of the Muslim League, and the points of the election manifesto of Muslim League say that the Muslim League stepped into the arena of elections claiming that it was the only representative of the Muslims of subcontinent. It was the main claim of the Muslim League, All India Muslim League, that they are the only representative party of the Muslims of a subcontinent. The second point says, Quaid-e-Azam affirmed that the general elections 1945-46 will prove the plebiscite, a kind of referendum with regards to the creation of Pakistan. And number 3 says Muslim League wanted the partition of South Asia, whereas Indian National Congress was not in the favor of the partition of South Asia. And Muslim League wanted the partition of South Asia in accordance with the Pakistan resolution, so the Muslims could have full authority in the areas having Muslim majority. So wherever the Muslims will win the elections, those areas where the Muslims are living in majority will be included in the state of Pakistan, where Pakistan government will exercise their full authority. Election campaign 1945-46. The election campaign of Congress Party. Congress Party wanted to frustrate the Muslim League at any cost. Its leaders toured the length and breadth of India. So they went across India and they toured each and every part of the country. Congress made election alliance with Unionist Party, Ahrar Party, Jamiat-e-Ulama Hind and other Muslim parties, and took every possible step to create obstacles in the way of the Muslim League. So these are the parties which were the Muslim parties other than the All India Muslim League, and all these Muslim parties were strictly or strongly against the creation of Pakistan. They were creating all kinds of obstacles in the creation of Pakistan. They were strongly in favor of the United India. The election campaign of the Muslim League. Elections were life and death issue for the Muslims. The leaders of the Muslim League toured the countrywide. So every Muslim leader went across Indian subcontinent and they toured it large. In spite of failing health of Quaid-e-Azam, Quaid-e-Azam was very weak in those days due to his sickness. Even then he made the stormy tours of India. Open challenge to prove the demand of Pakistan was made, and he himself made the demand of Pakistan as an open challenge for the Indian National Congress. And the Muslim students served as the workers of the Muslim League in each corner of the country, and the Muslim students of that time, they were serving very actively for the Muslim League of Quaid-e-Azam. And there were two slogans which were very popular in those days: "Ban ke rahega Pakistan," "Leke rahenge Pakistan." And the second slogan was "Pakistan ka matlab ka, La ilaha illallah." The results of the elections 1945-46. First we look at the central legislature elections that were held in December 1945. These elections were held on the basis of the separate electorate system. This was not done on the joint electorate system, but the separate electorate system. And there were 30 seats reserved for the Muslims throughout the subcontinent. So there were 30 seats reserved for the Muslims, and Muslim League won these seats 100%. So all the seats were won by Muslim League. No other Muslim party could win one of even a single seat of out of these 30 seats. In the provincial legislature elections January 1946, these elections were held on the basis of a separate electorate system. So both the elections, central legislature and for the provincial legislature, both were held on the basis of a separate electorate system. 492 seats were reserved for the Muslims, and out of these 492, 428 seats were captured by the All India Muslims. So there was clear majority gained by the All India Muslim League, and they came forward as the single largest party of the representatives, as a representative of the Muslims of India. The benefits that were gained by the Muslims after the elections. Muslim League got splendid victory in the elections. Many political parties supported Congress in elections, but Muslim League defeated them all. All the Muslim parties of United India, they were defeated by All India Muslim League. The results of the election strengthened the foundation of Pakistan, because All India Muslim League was favoring the creation of Pakistan. So when All India Muslim League won clearly, so that gave a kind of great strength to the foundation of Pakistan. No power in the world could stop the creation of Pakistan now. So this was a very clear message sent or made as a statement by the All India Muslim League that the creation of Pakistan will never be stopped now. A convention of elected members of provincial and central legislatures was held on 19th April 1946 in Delhi, and Quaid-e-Azam presided over the convention. He said in that address, "No power on earth can prevent us from achieving our goals. We will be successful by virtue of hope, courage, and force of faith." So this was very clear message given by Quaid-e-Azam after the winning of the elections 1945-46. He further said, "Any attempt to impose a constitution on a united India basis, to force any interim arrangement at the center contrary to the Muslim League demand, will leave the Muslims with no alternative but to resist such imposition by all possible means for the survival and national existence." So Quaid-e-Azam said, if any kind of constitution or arrangement of the interim government in the center is made, that will be considered as opposite to the demand of the All India Muslim League. So he said, we will do for our national existence and for our survival. Before the convention came to an end, each member administered an oath to struggle and make sacrifice for Pakistan. So it was very strong, a kind of commitment made by the elected members of All India Muslim League. Dear students, there's an assignment for you. You will answer these questions, and your questions are: describe the manifesto of Muslim League in the general elections 1945-46. And second question is, describe the manifesto of the All Indian National Congress in the general elections 1945-46. Please attempt these questions and send me your answers. I shall be waiting for you. Thank you, and God bless you.